In the world today, we can look around and see a history of various civilizations, various empires, rising and falling. Most of them last less than 1,000 years, or right around that mark. The recent developments in North America could be linked back to 1,000 years ago with Britishers. The Holy Roman Empire spanned around 1,000 years. The Byzantines spanned around 1,000 years. Mayans around 1,000 years. The Ottomans less than 1,000 years. The Greeks before that maybe closer to 1,500 years. There are civilizational places in South America that have been dated back more than 8,000 years, and similar timelines in Egypt. But where are these ancient civilizations now? Where are their books and people? The Vedic civilization from India is very well documented to have spread Enlightenment sciences more recently to China and Japan, to Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, and certainly Australia. And of course, beyond what is modern-day Afghanistan. What we see in South America very closely resembles all the Hindu deities. So, most of these civilizations popped up for around 1,000 years, then faded away, or were seen to have existed as much as 10,000 years ago, but there is very little trace of them, very little documentation, and few living direct descendants. Then, there is the highly unusual and magnificent example of Hindus in India. The countryside of the land is literally covered with stone temples, many of which themselves were built more than 5,000 years ago. Not only that, there is an entire civilization of Enlightenment tradition and living masters that persists even to today. Additionally, two of the world's most detailed and widely known histories is of the great Hindu incarnations. The Mahabharata is certainly one of the very oldest and very most popular histories we have on record today. And the Ramayana, even older, describes literally countries, the history of many Hindu nations that were thriving more than 12,000 years ago. In just one example of the Tamil Sangam, the world's greatest poets, artists, dancers, writers, leaders, and thinkers had already formed their own society 11,000 years ago, simply to gather all the best and brightest, all the best ways of living, all the best ways of existing on the planet Earth, to ensure it is preserved, strengthened, and made available to future generations. When in modern times we talk so great of today's Western civilizations having developed over the past few hundred years, or the so-called great Roman empires spanning 1,000 years, or the Greek history of more than 1,000 years, or even the ancient peoples from South America and Egypt more than 10,000 years ago. When we talk about what is on record today, what documented history exists, and what peoples may remain, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that comes even close to the breadth of documented histories and depth of healing and Enlightenment sciences, the knowledge of education, society, civil structure, governing systems, mathematics, aeronautics, and more that comes from the Vedic civilization. It is as though modern historians purposely overlook the ancient Hindu civilization right in front of their eyes. But the living Enlightenment civilization is documented beyond 12,000 years, and it is proven to be more enriching and sustainable by far than any other examples of the past 10,000 years. The Enlightenment ecosystems of Gurukul need to be revived. The Vedic libraries need to be restored. Our enlightened ancestors would be shamed if we were to let it all go. O Hindus, take it up. It's the only proven solution to enrich everyone's grandchildren.
If you feel responsibility is a power, you make your life successful.